Hi, RD Barry here. Welcome to days 51 and 52 of my Let's Play of Slime Rancher. Well, yeah, and I did spend another day with just on the ranch, organizing and whatnot. So that's why I'm missing another day in the upload there. So that's so there's no day 50 you're gonna see. I did record it. I do record these just in case something interesting happens, but it's when you're just moving stuff around on the ranch and feeding their critters that it's usually not that interesting. So anyway, I found another Largo. So my plan for today was to do Gordo, another Gordo. So my plan for today was to do that. It's in the ancient ruins. So hopefully I can find it without too much problem. Getting there is one problem, and getting back is another problem. It turns out there's you can't get back the same way you got there, so it's a whole deal in the ancient ruins how to get around. So I'm pretty sure I can do that, but we'll have to see how much trouble I get in. And the other thing I wanted to do was to get going on doing the extractors for Sirius. So I'm gonna take a bunch of plorts and put them in the refinery and see how that goes. Basically, you're gonna have to spam them, really. Make like at least five of each kind, and then just let them go. And it's just gonna take a while. And I probably do a lot of that off screen, but I did want to do a little bit because after doing some in my other playthrough, I found a few tricks that might be useful, so I'll try to do that as well. Anyway, so let's get going for today. I've cleared out a lot of stuff here. So these two corrals are empty. I just have a couple of chicken pens, chicken coops, basically. All my slimes are down here now. I just have two Largos, and I just want to check on them to make sure they're happy. If you do not keep these quantum crystals or quantum slimes happy, meaning well fed, they will teleport themselves out of whatever area they're in and escape. So that's the key. Keep the bins full, keep the food bins full, keep the music box on, keep their faces smiling. Otherwise, it's gonna be a whole problem. So, and I discovered that the hard way last time. Unfortunately, I didn't think it was worth putting on the screen, but or putting up in the upload. But trust me on it. Anyway, let's get to the will need, it's a boom largo, so I will need, chickens. Let's see if I can get, a bunch here. Now, boom largo's like, briar hens, so it'd be helpful if I had some of those. Let's see, I think, yeah, I put most of my kind of spare resources in a silo in the other part of the ranch there, so let me just check that to make sure, see if I have any available there. Meanwhile, it's not going to hurt to collect a few hens here. So, yeah, the meat-eating largos are really a pain because it's difficult to get. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Let's see. So the briar, that'll be, yeah, okay. I think that will be enough. Because the briar hens are going to count twice. Because the chickens are a lot harder to raise than and harvest than actually, let's go this way. They're a lot harder to raise and harvest than the fruits and vegetables, and so there's a definite kind of imbalance there. I'd rather have like 3 largos that eat vegetables, because I mean, there's basically unlimited carrots in the game, but chickens are they're harder to find, the harder to raise, the harder to collect, and so it's just a lot more difficult with them. And while I'm here in the moss blanket, almost said carpet, but I didn't. Let's see if I can't find a few more briar hens, because I know that they grow in this little area over here. Yeah. So, right, there's one. Okay. Oh, by the way, so I think I definitely have enough for, yeah, I definitely have enough there. I did notice that, let me just make sure that, oh yeah. Oh, I know what this is about. Okay. I would be remiss in if I did not mention that the that Slime Rancher 2 is out now officially, and I think what's going on here is that it's a celebration of that fact, or in celebration of that fact, they've added another Gordo here. I don't know if it's just for the time being, but there it is, the Party Gordo. I think it's just a pink Gordo with glasses. So anyway, I have no idea what you get when you do that. I just sort of noticed it kind of appeared at random. I don't know if there's any other Party Gordos floating around in the game at the moment, but I'm 90% sure that has to do with the launch of Slime Rancher 2. Anyway, so let's see, where are we going here? I want to get to the Boom Gordo is going to be in this area right around there, or probably more a little bit south of that, so maybe around here. So I want to go through the passage here up to this area in here, which I'm calling the pit, and then find that bridge, and then I'll continue from there. So wow. So let's do that. So here's what I'm calling the pit. There's an upper level here and a lower level down here. A lot of the stuff in the ancient ruins here is the 2 levels here, and that's part of what makes these 2 top and bottom gates work. And I believe all that, yeah, that tar stuff is going on down there, so I'll ignore it. Anyway, let's just get over here. And we get to this bridge here, and you might have just noticed it. So this is the bridge there, and it shows us right in the middle of the bridge, but the map is, I guess, a little bit not quite calibrated with the position there. Anyway, so you can see there that there is a Gordo there. It is a Boom Gordo, but it is we don't see the front of it. It's just the backside. So actually seeing the Gordo and being able to feed it are 2 different issues. So I've jumped off the bridge, and it's pointless to even try feeding it from that angle. You can only feed it from the front. And for the longest time I was trying to figure out how to climb over that wall there and drop down, but that is not the way to get to it. You just go this way and circle around. So I circle around to there, and there is the front. Okay, so let's start feeding him the chickens. He likes those. And I believe this will be enough. I want to stand well back, because if it explodes like a normal Boom Gordo, or Boom, yeah, there we go. Holy. Okay. That was... Alright, okay. Yeah, alright, that's interesting. Yeah, and I don't need more Boom slime, so I'm not gonna keep those. Notice there is another, treasure pod there. Actually, you know what, let's, let's just capture all these for to release later. Just have some peace and quiet here. The plort, not sure that's going to be worth it. It's freight. So we get another key. Let's see what's going to be in there. Carrot, little bit of money, you know, right. What do we have here? Dervish ornament, okay. So that was another key. Looking at the map, I've got one out of the 2 keys in this area or this location. And I really doubt that Party Gordo has a key. Because we've had one out of it's been showing 2 keys the whole time here. So that Party Gordo is probably just some I don't know, something a cosmetic or something like that. Anyway, so I'm guessing that the other Gordo, and I haven't seen it, or the other key, there's probably another Gordo for that other key, and I explored a lot of this, like the southern half of the ancient ruins, but I haven't really done too much in the northern half. So I'm guessing the other one will be up here, and I'll explore that in more detail later. So anyway, let's get back and oops. All right. There we go. There's a handy ramp here to get back up to the upper level, which you will definitely want to do. Let's see, how do we... So let's see, right now we're going south, which is the general direction we want to go, but we want to actually also get over to, yeah, the pit area. So there's the pit again, I believe. Yeah. So, and from there we can just you remember this, that right there is the location of the map station. Okay. So it's getting dark, so I will head back. There's some more echoes, by the way. I have a feeling the echoes are gonna be a little bit more than just decorations later in the game, but that's just my intuition. I don't really know for sure. There we go. Okay. So let's see here. There we go. Oop. So yeah. So I'll save the ornament here. There are by the way, part of the rewards club thing is you can get a machine that stores these things for you, you can get a list from that of all the different kinds, and there are dozens of them. So we've barely just scratched the surface of what's available there. There are only 4 kinds of echoes, though. I'm missing green here, but so there's green, then there's blue, or red, blue, and gold is the other colors. Anyway, let's sell that plort. And I was gonna get rid of those boom slimes, which I totally forgot to do. So I'll just spend the rest of the time today doing the errands around the ranch here, and I'll come back when I have done all that. Okay, well, I didn't get everything done that I wanted to around the ranch. I first of all, I totally forgot to do the boom slimes. Return the boom slimes to the wild, of course. But I'll just transfer them to the indigo quarry, where they'll probably be happier. Tell you the truth. Let's see. I've also collected quite a few puddle plorts, which I'm not sure what to do with. But in the meantime, so let me just empty out. I did manage to get in before 6, though, and do a sleep till morning. Because that's one thing I'm trying to do, is to minimize the all-nighters in this playthrough. Anyway, so let me just clear out some of this stuff and get my inventory a little bit more stable here. I'm gonna put the carrots in here because they will keep these guys fed. I mean, it's not their favorite or anything, but they will eat them. And the hunter slimes tend to get somewhat explodey when they're hungry. So, which I guess as long as they're in their corral, it doesn't matter. But it is kind of noisy. So, these guys you definitely do want to keep fed, but they're already, like, the corral is already covered with food basically already. So, and there's stuff in the hopper there as well. So I'm not going to worry about them at the moment. I'm just going to make a quick trip to the indigo quarry to drop these guys off. I could just dump them in the ocean, but I figure with the single slimes, since they're not that hard to deal with, I'd like to just return them to the wild if I don't want them. For the Largos, it's a lot more difficult, and I just can't be bothered, to tell you the truth. Anyway, I still have these plorts here, and I think what I'm going to do is put them in the refinery. So one thing I learned about the refinery here, or crafting in general, is you use a whole lot of pink plorts. So it was kind of a mistake to get rid of the my pink slimes or my pink slime largos, because even though I do have totally forgot about this garden here with the okas. Okay. Grab that one. So yeah, let me just drop these off. So the slimes I do have are really kind of overfed at the moment. I think I could probably do away with some of my chicken, some of my chickens and whatnot, but I won't do that right now. So what I need to do is start collecting the plorts that I've stored and putting them in the refinery. I'm basically going to need wow, let's just chuck that. I'm basically going to need all 300 of these pink plorts. And so that means that I'm going to need to start collecting more pink slimes again. Let's get well, let's get 50 of these blue ones to start with. All right. That was kind of sloppy. You have to kind of find the exact distance from the whoops, from the dispenser there to get it to keep from spilling plorts all over the place, and it's not very easy. Okay, so I'm full. Let's get to the refinery and start filling those up there. So let's see, and let's get this next some of each of these of this next tier. Let's just do 25 each of those. I really put that silo in the wrong spot for this. I mean, seeing as I ended up creating a new silo over here, this really should have been my plort silo, and the other one should have been my resources silo, but it's not worth. You can also get bogged down in trying to endlessly optimize things too, and I want to try to avoid that as well, even though in hindsight it's not the optimum thing to do. Going back and correcting it can be more can be less efficient than in the long run than continually just leaving it the way it is and just dealing with what you've got. One interesting thing, by the way, store the echoes in the silos. There you go. I don't know about ornaments. I'll have to check that, but silo space is kind of expensive, so I won't do that much. But unless I get a whole lot of these, but which I may. But for now, I'll just leave them there. Okay, so let's get going with the extractors. Now, one thing I found is that it's tempting to just go to one spot and do like one extractor of each kind. You might do like a drill, a pump, and an apiary in the in say the moss blanket. That's not what you should do. You should get several of each kind and put them all in the same place. And the reason for that is there's only each extractor type, so say a drill type, can only produce certain types of resources. So the drill, for example, can produce jellystone and slime fossils and diamonds, and I think also indigonium. I don't know if I've actually officially gotten all of those, but so there's like 4 different tiers of items you can get from each extractor type, and if you keep them together, then you can when you collect them, you've got 4 slots there, and no matter how many you have, you're not, or how many extractors you have, you're not going to run out of slots. I mean, you could run out of space in a given slot, but you'd need like a dozen extractors for that to happen, which I assume you're not going to do. So what I'm going to do, let's just pick, I'm just going to do, let's say, let's do 3 advanced pumps. Okay. And so I don't get those right away. I have to place them first, and I'm going to yeah, another factor is you want to put them kind of in the same area, so you don't have to go wandering around, but wandering around too much to find them all. So I think what I'm going to do right now, I'm in the range. Let's put them in here, or put 2 of them in here. Install and install, and let's put the 3rd one in the dry reef, which is going to be down here. So I think, yeah, now we're in the dry reef, which is officially a different location. So let's put that one there. Install. So like I said, there's 3 different tiers of resources here. There's like common ones. Let me go into the Slimepedia here. So with the pumps, I get this is the common resource. This is what you get with a pump. So there's like a common pump resource. So there's a common drill resource and a common apiary resource. And we've gotten, since we've done any, we've done all the, we've done each type of extractors so far. So we've gotten all of those. So the common ones are primordy, oil, the buzzwax, that's the common one, and the jellystone. The next tier are the uncommon ones. So those would be spiral steam, uncommon, hexacomb, uncommon, and slime fossil, uncommon. And then there's rare resources, and it looks like we have gotten at least one of those. So lava dust, we haven't gotten it yet, but there's royal jelly. I think that's one of those question marks here. And strange diamond is the other one. So there's common, uncommon, and rare, just like in World of Warcraft. But there's also special ones. So deep brine, it's common. It's not actually as common as primordy oil, but it's more on the level of uncommon, I think. But it's exclusive to one specific area, so you can only get this deep brine in the dry reef. For the apiaries, it's wild honeys, and that you can only get in the moss blanket. And with the drills, it's indigonium, and you can only get those in the indigo quarry. There is a kind of a rare resource in the ancient ruins. Well, there's no special resources in the branch, by the way, which makes sense. But in the ancient ruins, there is kind of a rare resource in that you get echoes. So you can extract echoes from the extractors, but only in the ancient ruins, and the color of the echo corresponds to the color of the extractor. So the apiaries are green, so you only get green echoes. Except that the gold echoes you can get from any of the extractors, but they're also more rare than the other colors. So you won't get as many gold, even though you have 3 chances. And some of this is explained in the slime science tab here. Let's see. It says each extractor can find exclusive resources if used in the correct zone. It tells you about pumps in the dry reef and drills in the indigo quarry and apiaries in the moss blanket, and spoiler alert, the glass desert. So they gave away the name of the next location there, even though we technically haven't seen it yet. Anyway, so how much time do we have here? So I've got like 11 minutes to go here. So that'll take us well into the next morning. So I will, since we're at the end of, near the end of the episode here, I will, go back again and, let's see, I think, yeah, I may end up just sort of storing some of the food that I've been collecting instead of feeding it to the slimes because they're getting way overfed there. I mean, it's pointless to feed them if the food is just gonna sort of rot at the bottom of the corral. The chickens aren't so bad because they'll survive until they're eaten, but the fruits and vegetables just sort of decay down there. So anyway, so I think what I'll do is call it an episode there. Beginning of the next episode, we'll start looking at the what we get from those extractors. So since these are drills, let's see. So these are drills. We'll be getting the primordial oil pretty much every single time. The spiral steam will probably get not as many and not every time, but still fairly often. Lava dust is rare, so we'll be lucky to get that like every 5 times or so. And the deep brine will probably get that fairly often, but only in the one we planted in the dry reef. So so we'll just have to see how that goes next time. Now, one thing I wanted to do before closing out, and since we do have a little bit of time here, is to check the recipes here, because the extractors on the only thing you can do with the if you just have plorts. All this other stuff you're gonna need resources, and we're actually getting enough of the plorts and whatnot to start doing this kind of thing. So I want to see, yeah, actually we've already got enough for a hydro turret, looks like. So, wow, I've been wanting to do that. The Gordo snare, I kind of interested in what this is, but I don't have enough hunter plorts at the moment. I probably have them, but I haven't. They're not in the refinery yet. Let's actually just do a hydro turret and see what it does. So, man, you go through those resources really fast, and you really have to spam the extractors in order to get enough to do anything with them. So I think what I wanted to do was to first place I wanted to put one of those is in the dry reef at the very end, very western end of it, because tars do seem to spawn there a lot. So right over here, let's see what we have. Oh, so you don't really get a lot of choice. I was hoping you'd be able to... Oh, that's interesting. Another dervish ornament. Interesting. So... I was hoping I'd be able to build one up here with the, so it could, like, shoot from above, but I don't think that's an option, apparently. So let's try putting it, here instead. So, utilities, hydro turret. Okay, installing. Oh! Oh dear. So it doesn't install right away. That's interesting. Meanwhile, I have to fight these things off. Okay, so I have to give it a minute, I guess. Well, in the meantime, I've got a lot of inventory space, so why don't I collect some of the ports here? To kind of replace some of the ones I've used in the for crafting there. So is this finished yet? Oh, still a minute to go there. Oh, let's fill up my water. Helps to keep an eye on your water level and be aware of like fountain locations. As you get into the more difficult areas, they don't appear as often, which is already not very. even like in the dry reef, they're kind of helps to know where they are. Okay, we're on the final countdown there. Okay, right, and there it is. I haven't kind of. I hate to like try to deliberately manufacture a tar, but I do want to test this thing. Oh, let's see. There we go. Oh. Okay, well, that's how it works. Seems pretty efficient as long as the as long as it's within sight of the tar, which could theoretically, I guess, form anywhere. So anyway, that's what that looks like. It looks kind of sleepy, to tell you the truth, but whatever. Anyway, so let's head back to the ranch and call it an episode there. Okay, so alright, so I'll call it an episode there. Let me just put that next to the other one. And so I guess first thing tomorrow is look at those extractors. Those are the advanced ones, so that they'll go for 3 times. And it's 12 hours each time. So So you can't. They don't save up. You have to. It's 12 hours, and then you can, and then 12 hours after you collect, and then 12 hours after you collect the next time. So if you don't collect, you don't save any, and try to do them all at once. That's not going to work. And I think that will about do it. Next time, I'm not really sure. I'll try to explore more of the ancient ruins. See if I find anything. Find another Gordo or something like that up there. The other thing is we still have lots of treasure pods to do. I've got another set of 5 I can do in the Indigo Quarry, so I can do that, I guess. Anyway, I guess we're kind of reaching a point in the game where there's a lot of like stuff you can do off that is not really screen worthy. The collecting and selling plorts and putting them in the putting them in the refinery, or selling them, creating extractors and doing those. I mean, that's kind of repetitive. So I just did those 3 just to do them once, but I'm probably not going to do them every time. So that's another stuff that's going to be off screen. So I don't know. I might do a couple more days of just stuff off screen that isn't going to be uploaded. So we'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, so I'm not really sure exactly what's gonna happen next time, but hope you can join me anyway. And until then, bye.